That's all we have. All you have is what you stand on with your word, with you not being alone with your word. When your word comes from the divine creator of all that there is to know, need to know, and won't know all that there is to know, because you won't be here long enough to know that there is no ending to know. Period. Because the truth is the truth, period. Fuck all the bullshit. And the bullshit is what we've been shitted not to know. And we've been bullshitted not to know that all that there is to be is in each and every one of us thinking, being here all together as the greatest creations of all the conscious thinking humans living here all together, to the point where if there's any problem, there's no problem that we couldn't solve when we come together to solve it. I say it again. If any problem, there's no problem that if we as the conscious thinking people, the greatest creations of all that the Creator decided to be in, after creating everything that there is outside of you to enjoy, to be inside of you, giving you joy, fighting all the bad that's outside of you that's trying to get into you. Now, knowing what I know, and you only believe it in what you was taught to, all I can say to you is for you to finally start thinking for you. Meaning, when you look at in the beginning of you coming here to be born, your mama doing all the work. You did not do no work to deserve a day, so just think for yourself for a change. Why is it your birthday when you was just born? You gotta think of the glory that was taken out of the story, being the woman. Meaning, after you, the baby, comes out of heaven, being the womb, where you were so protected, not knowing nothing that was going on, to come into here, to first day being here, your mom had to give you her birthday as a consolation prize to you in order for you to go on. Think about love unconditional. The feeling. It's as real as your breathing, and your heart don't beat on its own. We are the greatest creations of all, the conscious thinking humans living here all together, consciously thinking. We was given life, consciously thinking. We was given will, consciously thinking. We was given the choices, consciously thinking, to do what's straight. Because straight is only one way. And that one way is the way that your heart beats with the rhythm of the magnetic rotational pull of this earth, pulling you from today into tomorrow, because the truth is just the truth, period. There's no such thing as here today, gone tomorrow. That's just another bullshit saying to go along with a lot of other bullshit that we've been bullshit in this world with. When it comes down to man stole a place of being first. When you look at, you get on your knees and you say, Our Father who art in heaven, giving the creator of the woman's womb, being the heaven, being the porthole to life. So you get on your knees and say, Our Father who art in heaven. You say, Father God, He did this for me. He did that for me. Think about what you're saying. When you know that the Creator is neither man nor woman, white nor black, so why give the Creator the sexes of a man? Unless it's an agenda to the Creator being classified as a man, knowing that all the love and the empathy and the compassion comes out of the woman in the form of a baby. So I say to you this: the truth is the truth. Period. Fuck all the bullshit. We come from two loving people, knowing love, knowing coming together literally in the Creator's original name, love. The responsibility of coming together in the Creator's original name, love. They can create another one of each other in the Creator's name, love. Not in God or Jesus, which was what the man changed love into being. I'm just telling you so you know the truth for yourself, to be empowered by the truth that's in you, to power you up, to know what the truth is. Not to just believe in some bullshit like you're still a kid. Because after you was lied to about your first day being here, being born, not knowing shit, after being given your mama's birthday as a consolation prize to you because you wasn't born to yourself or to your parents. You was born to the United States of America's corporation as product. So all I say to you when I tell you the truth is that I want you to know the truth for you to know the truth. And it's all on you. So when I say to you, you're going to believe whatever the fuck you want to. But when you look at what you believe in to what you do towards what you believe in, and it don't make sense and you can't make nothing out of it, it's some bullshit that was taught to you as a child, and you will never be able to make nothing out of it because you was taught to believe, have faith, and wait for someone to come out of the sky, which at one time used to be a white God. It used to be a white Jesus until you started to change it to another color. So when you look at the truth being just that, the truth don't change into the other colors. The truth stays just one way, that's straight. It don't change colors. Because what makes the divine creator divine is because the creator gave you life, gave you free will, gave you choices. Because the creator wouldn't be divine if the creator was to control your mind and take away your free will. I'm just saying, after all that has been created to all that will be created, even after we leave these rental suits that we are in to be creators too. But you have to know what love is, and what love is being in you. To know that the creator of all that has been created and will be created is love unconditional, the feeling. Because you stand alone or you roll, but anyway it goes, your heart beats not alone with you. It's you and the creator of you until you and your better half come to be whole. And that's how the truth is just that, the truth. You are one being two. The only time when 1 plus 1 equals 1 divine 1 as two divine creators. The man and the woman and the man. Never the man and the man. Never the woman and the woman. That's just a waste of time when y'all turn the creator's original name from love into fucking plain having sex. I'm just saying, the truth is the truth. Period.
Hey,
Yeah, that's just something I just want to put on there before we get going. With a little of my music, start off. It is what it is. Truth is the truth, period. Fuck all the bullshit. Just like I said in the beginning of what I'm saying. It's all love, people. people ain't playing when I'm saying they destroying this world. You think they got dead planets for nothing? We made the planets dead by the same bullshit we about to do again. The whole key to life is, why is man? Why do man wants to know how everything began? All because it didn't begin with him. I'm just saying, when you look at us as being the first people, the brown people, we didn't want to pursue where we came from because we already know. It's crazy because they want to know, all because they can't believe that they came from us. They can't believe it. That's why they want to know how we came to be in order for them to be. When really that is not something that we need to see. The whole world being started over. What the fuck for? We already here. To start this all over with their fucking theory of the Big Bang theory is for them to start the Big Bang all over, which they think is a Big Bang. That's their theory. When they don't know that this thing started all out of love. It started all off as the orgasm that a man and a woman have together. They can create another one or two of each other. That whole little feeling, when they come together, is how all that there is was created. From that orgasm of love. Now everything else from there goes into a survival mode. But the Creator created us to consciously know, to not have to live there and be running around here with our heads chopped off. That's why we have life. That's why we have free will. That's why we have the choices. We have 5 fingers on our one hand. That's why we have 2 of them. Because 2 is always going to be better than 1 when the Creator is in us with no hands, loving us unconditionally to go. You are the one that stops the Creator's creativity when it comes down to love and going. You, the one that stops the love when you start the hate to flowing. I'm just letting you know. So, rest in peace, old Dick Gregory.
Dave Chappelle, the comedian, and when he got offered this big sum of money, and he turned it down and fled to Africa.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, what happened is this. David Chappelle had one of the brilliant minds. See, there's no money in comedy. The money is in writing, okay? Ed Weinberger, who started off writing for me, and he developed into one of the fine writers. He's the one. If you look at the Bill Cosby show, you see it created by Ed Weinberger. If Bill Cosby's made $1 billion, which he has, Ed Weinberger has made 10 billion. The money is in writing. And so David Chappelle went to school in Washington, D.C. He went to the Duke Ellington School of the Fine Arts. And a white dude, they grew up together. They developed all kinds of good projects and stuff. And that's when he hit. Him and this white dude was the writers. Well, TV network don't tolerate that. But he was so good, they had to figure a way around it. But they had to let him do, because the money they was making on him and the whole, I mean, he's getting hate mail, but that's America. But all at once now, he signed a $50 million contract. That $50 million contract, most of that was for writing. What he didn't know in that contract that he had signed to bring on about 20 other writers. And what hurt him so bad is this white dude that they'd been friends. He carried him all the way down the road, had switched over, and that hurt him bad. When I talked to him, it was the New York Times reporter interviewing me, and I had never met him. And I said, well, he said he's going to South Africa to talk to him. I said, well, would you give him my number and tell him to call me? And then he called me, and then we become very, very good friends, you know, talking friends, and the hurt. Most folks don't know that story that I just said, but that's what that was about. You see, when you hit white supremacy, Bill Cosby, see, most folks don't understand white supremacy. White supremacy is not Ku Klux Klan or white sister. White supremacy is the I remember I used to hear my mother say the problem is these old redneck, Negro hating white folks can't read or write. And one day I pulled my brother to the side and I said, do you believe, she really believes that that type of white boy determines public policy? Now, I didn't know it at that time, like I know that my father is the president of General Motors and AT&T and Boeing Aircraft and Harvard and Yale. That's the problem. Those are the ones that determine public policy. And so consequently, when you stop and think about that, Bill Cosby didn't understand white supremacy. But Bill Cosby said, I want to buy NBC, and NBC was for sale. And he had the credentials and the money and the credit worthiness to get it. And that's all it was. He said, what? And then all at once his son come up. Now let's look at his son's death. His son was driving on the highway in California, okay? He has a flat tire, okay? He comes off and they say he get robbed. Man, in the old stagecoach days, you could stand out there, Wells Fargo, with the horses and rob them. Who in their right mind going to be on the highway to rob somebody in a car? So all at once, that car got a flat tire, and it came off the highway. And he called this white woman that showed up to help him change the flat. She had on a mink coat, a mini skirt, and high heel shoes. So that's all. Now, what Bill Cosby knows that few people know is that was one of the upscale Mercedes, and if you had a flat, you just push the button and it changed its own tire. Okay. Now they told us that it wasn't robbery. Hello, he had $6,000 cash. They said he had his credit cards and his cell phone. 9 months later, they arrest a Russian immigrant and said he did. And then when we check it out, we find out that Russian immigrant was in Mexico City that night. I'm just telling you how it works and how they do things and how I dare you, you better behave yourself. For instance, you read where the city council, a bunch of them had to step down, a couple of them, for some criminal activity. Well, in today's Washington Post, they called Councilman Brown arrogant. Well, wait a minute, man. Madoff stole $50 billion. They ain't never called him arrogant. They just wiped out. They say $2 billion. They wiped out about $12 billion with J.P. Morgan Chase. And ain't nobody been arrested. Nobody's been investigated. And if you read all your find, they said a mistake. They don't know it's that. They don't know where it is. How you take that money, you know. And so that's the way the white supremacy. That's why in America, it needs to never be a racist. Why? Because just like you put your Irish Catholics, just like you put your Polish,
500,000 more homes and left 500,000 more families homeless after we build them out. The people.
Racism is the ability to control somebody else's fate and destiny. And I don't care how bad one might hate white folks, we do not have the power to see to it their children go to a bad school. We do not have the power to see to it that they get brutalized by the police. We don't have the power to see to it they can live in bad neighborhoods, run down neighborhoods, and nothing they can do about it. And so when you look at racism, the ability to control somebody else's fate and destiny, and then you start seeing a whole different thing. But there's some very interesting stuff that's coming out lately about, the American have their income had dropped 40%. Now think about this. This didn't happen under the president. This has been going on for the last 10 years. 40%. That's what you're looking at. And that's where Roosevelt was brilliant during that first Great Depression, when he said there's nothing to fear but fear itself. If you go back and hear about Hitler and them Nazis, that he didn't just come to power, he lost election after election, and the economy got bad. And I used to always hear how to get a loaf of bread in Germany. You had to take the money to the store in a wheelbarrow. That's how little the money was worth. And then when you have that white mentality, there's a lot of things you can't, you just can't figure out.
They dropped me out the ceiling.
We're supposed to be. So then you can blame it on. They blamed it on the Jews. They blamed it on the Jews. This is my problem. And they get away. They didn't blame it on bad management. They didn't blame it on the politics. Okay, we're going through the same thing now. Yeah, but there's one difference. The only reason we can't produce a Hitler, we can't produce an honest Democrat. They did. Well, first, why would my grandmother or grandfather or my mother, why would they hear anything about chemtrails when they don't even hear them talk about NBC or CBS? You don't hear the government talking about it. So you just look up in the sky and you see all them clouds up there. But before I get in that, let me just read this to you. And those of y'all want to do the research, Roger Masters, he's of Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire. And here's what he says. And this never ran an American paper. Crime linked to pollution. Polluted water can cause brain damage that turns ordinary people into violent criminals. Researcher Roger Masters, well, wait a minute now. If this water is so bad, and they keep talking about how the poor folks is failing in this country, I don't have no idea. I might trace this back to water, to polluted water. So consequently, here's scientific data. Now, polluted water can cause brain damage that turns ordinary people into violent criminals. Then he goes on and he says, New Hampshire, he compared crime figures from the FBI with information on industrial discharge of lead and manganese. Now, lead will run you crazy. Manganese together, you got a piece. So now, listen to me now. Information of industrial discharge of lead and manganese. He found a link between pollution levels and murder, assault and robbery. Counties with the highest pollution level have a crime rate triple the nation's average. Now, chemtrails, they mix that stuff together. I looked at one of the planes once. I was privileged to and he said, you see these huge, look like oil tanks, oil drums up there, and the tubes coming out, and they mixing the stuff, and they put it in, and then they put it out, and then they have another system where they can aim it anywhere they want to name it. So at nighttime while we sleep, it's a malt liquor. When you this week, go into a white neighborhood and see if you can buy malt liquor. Why? You can't buy it because it has a thing in it called manganese. And once you get enough manganese, you'll kill mom. And so when you look at everybody's talking about shootings in Chicago, 30 people dead, and it never dawned on us. But it's the same thing. The Jews did the same thing. Do you realize when the Jews was in them camps, man, there was Germans that would sneak and tell them what they was planning on doing, and they just couldn't believe it. And they would turn the Germans in. The Germans would be killed. And so we look at the same mentality here. We really believe that this crime rate we're looking at is black. We really believe that all this violence we see is black.
Bill Cosby, what's going on with him? The scandal, do you believe it? Do you not believe it?
No, you think I would sit here if I would tell you I believe it? I would tell you I don't know you that well.
No.
But I know it's the truth. You've been here long enough, no athletes do everything they want to do, and nothing happens. Huh? Big business pay the government $10 billion, but they don't have to admit they're wrong. DeSantis, bottled water, Coca-Cola, the largest fine in the history of Europe. They would fine $900 million because they take ordinary tap water, purified with benzene and another part. Nobody did it. And so consequently, let's look at Bill Cosby. Where did they find all these things? And when they finally bring the judge in and open up the records, that happened after the 4th of July holiday. Judges don't work on weekends. So where did it come from? It came after all the barbecues and traffic was back home. It is. The judge. Here's what the judge said. Told Bill, you should get you some more law. The judge said that. Why? Because the judge said, well, give me a reason why I shouldn't open these up. He said, it would embarrass Bill's family. No, you can't that. What about the women? Okay? But here's what happened. Bill Cosby was getting ready to die. The white supremacy came in. I have a right to. Well, you see, there's a thing called racist white folks giving a liberation holiday. That's what Cosby showed what he didn't know. Huh? You ever met a black person named Huxtable? Dr. Huxtable?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't.
Okay? That name don't threaten white folks. Huh? So when you put this show on and come out with facts, white folk can't wait to get the Bill Cosby show. This is what you think is complaining about. If it was like Bill Cosby, went to school, got a good education, look at your children. Them children be going somewhere on Saturday, dressed up. Everybody else is going. Rich white folk going to the bar. That's it. That's what you call a liberation. He's not aware of it. Huh? That was the liberation holiday. Okay, so this show here, you put stuff like that, they can't get a liberation holiday. Huh?
It's uncut. It's pure.
Yeah, and so consequently, when the Bill Cosby thing hit, he was negotiating behind the scenes. What are you going to do? White folks love Bill Cosby so much. They had commercials, man, where little white children was riding his back eating tapioca out of beer toss. Daddy, and so they killed my son, and I can't get a commercial. No more Jello commercial. I didn't kill nobody. My son didn't kill nobody. What's this about? Huh? He knew something that folks didn't know. That Mercedes he bought. They had 3 boots. If you only had them, anybody could get them done. You get a flat, 3 boots. He knew that. Plus, you know when you rob somebody in a house, that's the end of the stage coach. Huh? Cars travel 30, 40, 50, 70 miles, and you gonna wait out there to rob one? Then he gets out and calls the white woman. She shows up in a mini skirt, mink coat, and high heel shoes to help him change the flat. Put your button in section. Then if you look at the police report, I read it all. No robbery. It's $6 cash. All this credit card stuff. No robbery. Then 6 months later, they arrested her in America, but he's a Russian immigrant. So he did. We'll check that out with Mexico. to them. So now 30 years later, they just busted it.
Hannibal.
Huh?
Hannibal Buress. Hannibal Buress.
Who?
The comedian Hannibal.
Man, how come you ain't heard of him? They sent him there to do the trick. And you ain't heard of him. No more. Huh? Okay. You never heard of him before? You haven't heard of him. Bill Cosby and his wife wake up dead tomorrow. The world's convinced he commits suicide. You? Discovery Channel. Bankrupt. Bankrupt. Okay? The only thing saved him when Oprah couldn't do it was Herman Perry. Huh? Okay. They are bankrupt. Bill was thinking about. That's simple. That's simple. The Pope came to New York, went to Harlem. Al Sharpton was there. Al Sharpton was one of the most powerful Negroes in America because of the TV shows like radio shows, reality shows. But he let them use him. Every time something out with a cop and a black person, they bring him in, but don't give him the respect. Huh? So come on home. This is friend, the man. Huh? Oh. Something we're trying to do, trying to rule. Got busted for the same reason. Tiger Woods had to be when 4 more this time got hit there. 5 to be the all-time. He get busted. I know somebody that saw him when he came to the hospital. She told me if I didn't tell you this was Tiger Woods, you wouldn't know I was a mob worker.
Oh.
Now, so what did they do? They made deals. Here's what we got. We got a law called the Mann Act, taking a woman called state line, for them on purposes. We're not just getting you for that. That little 17-and-a-half-year-old girl you carried the one you played to the golf in Sweden, 20 years. Now let's sit like reasonable people. You can either do the 20 years, or we can make a deal now. You go back, play for a while. You know, worldwide cancer will pull something in your back so the whole world will see. And then eventually, you have to resign. Last year, this time, we talking about 2014, he was number 1. Today, as we sit here, he's number 207. Now they're already talking about retirement. That's what this is about.
Sperm fix. Makes me think of Michael Jordan's dad. He got killed on the side of the road.
Michael knew that. Michael knew that. They busted Michael. Michael ain't got any money like that. That's chunk.
It was like a gambling thing or something.
You know. Broke. But they said, now we got this one Negro that we got to get no more. His wife filed for divorce and they ain't got no money. Watch y'all just stay there. How did it come out? Because Michael Jordan, the restaurants he owned, he signed a contract where he would show up X amount of times a year, and they went to court and found he just had 2%. So when they busted him, shaving pumps. And in the process, they said, oh, so they said, oh, we're in trouble. That is basketball. So they made the deal. Magic. You say that you had AIDS. You won't get out. He kept gaining weight, man. His licked and he was killed. Well, how come all them billionaire white folks that's dying from it didn't follow him. He never had it. And that big scandal with the basketball owner out there.
Oh yeah, Sterling.
Yeah, yeah. That's a lover's quarrel.
Absolutely.
And he said, and Magic apologized to the black man. You know Magic will get you the same. So here's what they did with Michael. Found his daddy dead in court. So I go talk to a couple state troopers. They said in the car, he just bought that car for his dad. And the name of the salesperson, you never know before I did it. Throw that magic dog, we're going to get out. I'm just telling this is too hard. So he went to say, we'll play baseball. Then once he cooled out, stay in shape, then he comes back. When Magic tried to come back, Malone, he said, I won't out there playing for no age.
But that was it.
And they arrested a black and an Indo.
No.
Who's in jail now. Somebody taped you two thumbs together. They thought, that's your brain. You can't change your baby diaper, you can't comb your hair, you can't drive. Those two, right there. Huh? That right there. Ain't nothing you can do. You can't unlace your shoe, you can't change your baby diaper, you can't cook. Those two. Huh? But they got you think it's your brain. For me, I feel that what Sidney was allowed to do in the heat of the night was the start of blaxploitation.
Oh, congratulations, first off. Walk of Fame. I was Walk of Fame to watch that. Yeah, a lot of great people come out. This is especially Walk of Fame. So that's good.
But I didn't care about it.
So we define the white folks as sort of this white academic Saxon Protestant. This is like
Oh, I don't get into that. I say white folks.
white folks. So
Yeah, I know all white folks are white.
okay.
I tell white folks, if you can't get on the phone and call the stock market and determine if they're going up or going down, you're white.
So I mean, is there such a thing as an Illuminati? Is there an Illuminati?
If you know about it, it's not. It's bullshit. The real things that come from black people know about. The Illuminati, black people can't even read or write know about the Illuminati. It's like the boule. Talk about black people. Well, tell me what business they own. What company they own. Y'all sit around talking about the boule, huh? What goes behind that? Okay? It's the stuff they put out.
Now, how deep does it run? I mean, you were talking about how the Stark rock thing you talked about in the last, with that encounter that you had, getting fame, like a lot of people watching it, dream of the kind of success that you had.
That ain't number chump stuff, man. Ain't number chump stuff. Who was the number one baseball player in history of baseball 100 years? You don't know. I don't give a damn about that. The word fan means some Latin word, fanatic. Huh? And while we talking about it, Notre Dame's playing somebody today. Georgia's playing Alabama. Whoever wins, the white people will tear up the town. But it's okay to ride. Behind a silly game. But when you shoot my dad, my son in the back of the head 40 times, that's off limits. Okay? They do it all the time. Every time the game is won. I never understood why the winners ride. Okay? So this is the game. Martin Luther King will be remembered As long as somebody's on the planet, athletic stuff is that. I don't even mention their name.
Right. No, but I'm talking about in terms of like I read your book, Nigger.
Yeah.
And I read Callous of the Soul.
Yeah.
And I love both books. I mean, you've led a fascinating life. But there seems to be a transformation. Like at the end of Nigger, you're still riding the fame. Like it's a success story in a way of that kind of reinforces the American dream. Like I came from humble beginnings, and I became.
But that's you. I never said that.
Okay.
No.
I never said that.
Okay. So what?
I've always been listed in the phone book. I never had a bodyguard. The filthiest people on this planet is athletes and entertainers. Okay? You, with this show, have done more for the humanity than 99% of all the athletes and entertainers on the planet. But they even trick you to believe that you ain't nothing but doo-doo and there's some big ain't nothing but a piece of shit, man. All of them. A handful of them will get through. A handful of them.
Right. But what I'm getting at is that you traded it all. You traded all the money and success and funneled it into the movement.
That was me. It had nothing to do with no damn coach. Huh? I wasn't controlled by white folks. Huh? Black folks made me. Man, I'm in a little club making $5 a night, 3 nights a week. Huh? Well, I wasn't funny. See? I was the last of the party. I was the party clown. Most black folks can do that. What's the difference in being at the comedian? Time. What you doing here now? You know, you just walking here. So people say, wow, man. No, you prepared for this. You knew what this was going to be. You read the books. Huh? So you just don't jump in here and start doing it.
Right.
Well, that's the same thing. With athletes. When I see football on Sunday, I see slavery all over again. The Negroes in the field kicking cotton with a ball, and the white folks sitting on the bench with a clipboard trying to act intelligent. Okay? So that's what this is about. But it's weak in spirit, weak in heart. Ain't nothing going for you. So I got to reach for something. My family didn't do it. My children did. So I got to reach at something, huh? Them children better not make no noise while I tell you. Dad said, be quiet. This is about. Everybody care about it.
But do people want money and success, that illusion, so much that they're willing to sacrifice? I mean, like one of the things you said, I mean, you were in the belly of the beast at one point. You were playing everywhere, Jack Parr, Playboy clubs.
At one time, I was making more money than Frank Sinatra. White folks didn't make me. The agents I was with didn't know about me until I was big. It's the black folks that came. $5 a night. Didn't cost nothing to get in. 35 cents bottle of beer. You could sit through 3 shows. Why am I so powerful? I refused to do the same show over the next show. So I could start flat-footed last night and done 12 hours. I almost got out of show business. Big Sean. I went to see him downtown. I had to sit at the bar and hand him money. So I wasn't under no drink minimum. So I got there and I talked to the black guy that walked the men's room. Brush you, shut up. Like, step off your shoes. So I came back the next night. He said, how you like the show? I said, I'm just sad, man. I decided last night I was going to get out of show business. I thought I was genius. He said, Dixon, man, he been doing that same shit for the last 30 years. I didn't know that. I didn't know that white folks' time is too valuable to sit through 3 shows. Huh? So he been doing that same thing. The other thing where you flip a cigarette. And when you get over there, the cigarette falls on his lips. Now I don't see the ones he missed. Not John. Just for me. I wouldn't let the show this boy, would.
But the fame, I mean, like some people, they feel like you almost have to sell your soul to get fame. Or is it just hard work? Or, is it luck? Is it consequences?
No, most of us have sold our soul. We just call it something else. I don't know about you, but I know I was young and the girls would go to pee and we'd put more whiskey in. Go to the next day, I don't know what got into me.
Meriwether Security Consulting. How can I help? Helicopter support unit will be with you right away.
I didn't bring a woman to the nightclub. I didn't leave the one. This is my job, not my hustle. If I was working at the steel mill, I could bring a woman in there and play with her. That was me. Huh?
We are here to help. Latest whoever's giving you trouble.
When I looked at James footwork. No injury. I need my defender. I put down 30. I need my 30 yard of fast. 30 days. Now we come to us. One day, the third guy. On the other side with the moonwalk. The moonwalk. My 30-year-old grandchildren came out moonwalk I call. Once you break the lid off, then everybody jumps. That's what it's about.
Get back to well, so just to go back, was there a moment of breakthrough? Like I'm just trying to see that rise, and then at what decision did you decide that enough was enough for you?
I didn't. I didn't know that shit. I didn't know that no black collar could work white nightclubs. I didn't know that. And so, 100 years ago, there was Richard Pryor. There wasn't no place they could park. The black church, if it wasn't for black churches, we wouldn't have been able to act. We did the Christmas play, the Easter play. Huh? We wrote stuff for the church. Huh? And Hugh Hefner, a little pipe-smoking dude, looked like Popeye. When 98% of the club was owned by the mob, he brought me in. If black folks had listened to me when I wasn't funny, and I got so funny, they pushed me downtown where they couldn't afford to come see me. I owe that. So I've always been listed in the phone book. I've never had a bodyguard. This is my loyalty. If I didn't bring you in the club, I'm not bringing this is my job.
But were you ever seduced by the fame and the lights and the money, or?
You have to be.
Okay.
Huh? See, I knew this. I knew I was going to hit big. I knew that when I was a little boy. I knew it for two reasons. One was embarrassing. My mother believed in fortune telling. I thought it was ignorant. Never forget Mother Pooh. Miss Lillian, you got a son named Richard. Say next Tuesday, take him out of school. Bring him here at 1 o'clock. I keep feeling something. I'm so embarrassed. 7 years old. She said, your name Richard? I said, yes, ma'am. How come you don't like me? I said, I think you're stupid. I think my mom was stupid. She said, I just want you to know there's a star in the center of your head. And one day you're going to be one of the biggest people in the world. When they're kings and queens and conquerors will be calling you. Exactly. say money, you have more money than some countries. And I see it happen. That's a brown briefcase for you way back then. I'm born in 1932, man. But I had no briefcase. Our luggage was shopping bags. You can get on trains with shopping bags with your stuff in it. So a guy came to me, ABC, and they was doing it. Imagine you, the first network, you, ABC. Did a thing called Walking My Shoes. That's the first history about black folk problem. So they came to the club and taped it. Whew, I had that one. I didn't know the power. They take 3 hours and 2 seconds. And the world went crazy. That's the power. Crazy. So I bumped into Alex Drive. We put it together. So thick at the thing. Oh, let me tell you, the letters. Millions. Oh, and by the way, I got this gift for you. You got time with me? I get it now. I got it. Carry home. It's a brown briefcase. 2 weeks later, I'm going to talk to girl. I said to my wife, I said, you know, I feel something. But black folks, when they make money, they owe themselves $1 million worth of treats just to store it, unmessing up their mind. That's what I said. That song, not for mama, not for daddy, but for me, oh Lord. Huh? I was trying to get that stuff right. Give me some booty. When I started doing the research, booty is a pirate's word for the loot. Where shall you loot? I'm going to get me some booty. The black woman in America ain't never been freed. So it's booty. Nobody told us that. We don't know why we even say it. Yeah. Huh? Sometimes you fall into something, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get there and you get caught doing things that you're not supposed to do. You got people that get fired from their job because they hit on the lasses. So. Okay.
And somebody's keeping track of everything you do.
They don't have to. No, they didn't have the stuff they got now. They didn't have to. That's why you know if you believe ISIS ain't us, you're a fool. You're crazy. If you believe them black pirates 3 years ago, Somalia, they don't have 5 yachts in the whole country, but they're taking on the greatest navies in the history of the planet, and we go for that. Why not? Why not? That's a game. It's like when I was a little boy, if you were colorblind, you couldn't go in the military. That's what black folks was a job, man. Medical insurance. So one day, the Air Force, under Air Force, and they found out colorblind people couldn't see camouflage. So right now, if you were colorblind, you can't read and write, never been to school, you go in as a captain making $1,000 more a month than a real captain. Because when you look over there, you see the shit. Now, the bull is colorblind. Huh? So what's the red towel about?
I don't know, talk about it.
Yeah. So, red turns on men, and blue turn on women. That's why the prostitute area around the world is called red light district. That's why when this thug, if a woman's lip is cut like the vagina is set, it goes this way, to this way, and painted red, and she wondered why you was looking at her. when the FBI who was brought in the whole said Dilma Jefferson was a killing. He's called a woman. So now let's go back to the book. Who wants to come? Who sees the man? Let's make his joint hard so he stand there and get closer and closer and closer. So when we start looking, we'll go deeper. White folk didn't see me. So I said, didn't learn this at Harvard, Yale, Morehouse. So I put on the red shoes, the orange hat, the green white jacket, and white folk laughed at me. I said, I won this with you. And all the laughed at me. Quacker, you got to see me. You got to see me. You never saw me before. I have no idea. You know, brother. White folks love this. I see so much. They had commercials, man. The little white children was riding his back seat, tapioca out of here. Daddy did it. He said, I will take care of my son, and I can't get for that. For me, I feel that what Sydney was allowed to do in individual night was the start of black politics. This election, stop looking at it. You know, as we speak today, it's Hillary, Bernie, and Trump. Yeah, but see, you're talking to the wrong person. I never believed there was going to be an election this year, and it's not.
Can't stay with us anymore. You gotta go by yourself, bro. You trying to make money, you trying to kill it through time.
Want to know how the dig went? It was a total disaster.
Did a paleontologist found who was thrown into prison for digging up bones on government land?
I know you guys are scholars. We're not getting up.
You want to step.
Show me some sort of step thing so that I could, when I get there, I can press and get things like you, not these stands. Like, you know, like I need somebody of that academic caliber, that strong sister. What's show me a strong sister?
Alright, we got something for you. Alright, we're gonna demonstrate what we're gonna do first. Can we write down?
You can set the mic down, yeah.
Cool. Alright, we're gonna make a break right here.
Okay.
So we're gonna demonstrate for you first. 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. Strong leg.
What the hell? Wait, slower. You got slower.
Alright, so Taylor's gonna take it away. Yeah, okay. 30 minutes. No, you can't. Just right foot. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, just like this.
Alright. Cool. Hang on.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're
both hands in my head.
Alright. You know, this is some positive stuff. You know, I'm going to so many bad So y'all had years of practice. All right, so please don't revoke my card. You know, generation don't revoke my card. These ladies have been working hard now but you gotta go support us.
You're going to have this right here.
This house is Northern City in the United States. 3823 South Ellis on the south side of Chicago was built in 1901. Since 1945, only Negroes have lived here. One of the first Negro tenants to move in was Mrs. Georgia Johnson, apartment 1 North.
I can't remember though. It was a beautiful green lawn, and I couldn't believe it. Beautiful glass doors and everything. Then I come inside, it was nice. The wall was all nice. Mailboxes was all it's all out of vestibule, all on the stairway. The wall was all nicely painted. It just really was a beautiful place.
According to the tenant, the building was kept in good condition until 1962 when it changed ownership. The apartment off this stairway contained 5 or 6 rooms and rent for $105 or $110 a month. 5 of the 9 families living here in the summer of 1966 are headed by women. In apartment 4 South, Mrs. Lindora Moore and her 8 children. Below the Moores, the followers, 12 people living in 6 rooms. In apartment 2 South, Mrs. Dent and her 6 children. In the apartment below, Gladys Milner. She has 5 children. Next door to the Milners, Mrs. Georgia Johnson and her 5 children. Only 2 families are headed by fathers. The Wilbins, Floyd Wilbin, works in a steel mill. Bill Staples, a Korean War veteran, works in an electronics factory. He and his wife, Gloria, have 9 children. Living in the basement apartment, Jack Beckwith and his wife. Mr. Beckwith is unemployed. In 1966, the tenants paid $11,700 in rent to the F.W. Harsh Jr. Realty Company for the privilege of living here 365 days of the year. The days begin in the alley in back of the tenement. It's 5:30 a.m.
Real yellow. Yeah, light yellow. They really gotta have the willpower to get up and go and do something. But nobody wants to do it anymore. So we can't do nothing. Lay around the house and daydream.
How we had people living, even back then, they were living in power restricted areas. So just one of these all the books that they had in the world now, so these people were living like that back then. And there's not a big old difference. A bunch of fucking bullshit. It goes to show you that this God is Jesus and shit that y'all believe in and y'all praying towards a whole bunch of bullshit when you already know a miracle is something that a fucking person can lay up there and do because they can see some bullshit going on and they got the money to go there and fix the shit, and if they don't go there and fix the shit, they're a fucking trillionaire. They part of the fucking problem of the fucking bullshit.
The 37 columns. Set myself there because of evildoers. I read this every morning. Then I'm going with my housework. When I'm working, I'm thinking about God. If I had known God, like I know not my marriage never would have.
Apartment 3 South. Mrs. Thelma Barber, a widow, does the washing for 12 people in her family.
Well, I never was a little girl. I never was. I always was grown up. I started cooking when I was 7 years old. And I was doing out and taking care of smaller kids under me. I just got married early, regretted it afterwards, but what could you do about it? I was a mother at 14, so this is just all I know.
Apartment 4 North. A child, 11 years old, is left in charge of 8 other children. The father is at work, the mother is away.
Like a McDonald's pure beef hamburger on a toasted bun. And enjoy a big bite of crisp golden
white bread.
You know, everything tastes so good because it's McDonald's. No matter where you live, there's a McDonald's in the outlet.
I sweep the floor, I take care of the baby, I wash the dishes, I clean the table, I watch the children, I do some cooking, and I do some shopping. But sometimes I feel like I'm the only person doing anything.
It has 8 blinking lights. These things blink on and off. See them going on and off? But you would find that this whole contraption here is good for absolutely nothing. When you get up in the morning, what are the first things you think about?
What I have to do, around the house. I have to wash and do that, That's the first thing I think about and eat.
You look forward to each new day that comes along?
No.
Why not?
Because don't nothing happen day after day. I never look forward to a new day.
Well, why not?
Something to look forward to. There's nothing to do around here. Because most of the buildings are torn down. Everyone is moving out, now.
This is Oakland Square, 2 blocks from the tenement. The area, designated as slum, is being redeveloped by urban renewal. This is the view of progress from 3823 South Ellis. 9:30 a.m., a front yard, 3 houses from the tenement. Mr. and Mrs. Peter Muckle own their own house next door to the tenement.
We try to keep the house up and try to keep it as nice as we possibly can. But the people next door in the large building, they throw their garbage out all in the lawn and everything, the yard, and then they throw garbage all out on top of the house. Now you can take a peep out that window right there, right now, and see the garbage. And we have 2 garbage cans out on the back porch, and they won't do that.
I just tossed a whole lot of things out the back, just to be tossing them. Nothing else to do.
All right, you go.
10 a.m. in the alley in back of the tenement.
Run away fast, Mom. Let's go, Mom. Get the rags loaded. Come on.
Children here look forward each morning to the arrival of Chico Balindo. He earns his living by collecting rags and junk. His helpers work for pennies and for the pleasure of his company.
You want money, don't you? Oh, you like money. I like money, too. But you got to get the rags and junk out before you get your money. Hey, man! Yep. Hey, rag man! Hey, junk man! Rag man! Fight some fans. Everything you got to do is folks come here. Hey, junk man! Hey, rag man! Rag man, I'll be back after you down here. You got the rags for me? Okay, I'll be back after a while to come with junk out.
Ellis Avenue at 11 a.m.
Well, most of people should like
Hello, you're through to Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help? Your beautiful new aircraft is waiting at our nearest airfield. We hope you're very happy, sir.
shopping, clothes or something like that. Don't business. I always say I'll take the kids to the museum, but when the time comes, I never get around to it. Even though it would be nice for the kids, most of the kids haven't even been past 63rd Street. They don't even know what's the other side of town.
So I just spent your time in the house just looking at TV. I'll be back.
South Ellis Avenue at 2:45 p.m. The mailman brings checks from the welfare department to 5 of the 9 families in this building.
It's all right. I can be home without the kids and get them and seeing other people and coming in. I have I have more time to read and read some other stuff.
Jack Beckwith in the basement apartment supports his wife and himself on his Social Security check.
I get by. And after I pay rent, well, I don't have too much left. Not too much.
Well, you get really bad deal in winter like myself. And one of your children come to you and say, I'm going to have a sheet, I need a coat. And you know they need this, and then you don't be able to get it. So you feel real bad. You feel like, can't stand it. Well, it hasn't been a time that I felt that way.
afternoon play in the vacant lot in Overtown.
I grew up. I like to have the dining room, kitchen, say 3 rooms and a sun porch on the first floor. And most of all, have a reservation center like in the basement.
I dream when I grow up, I got me a house where nobody living in there but me and my family. It wasn't no tall building like this one. It just was plain in my house.
This material has been the only home that will be able to have a decent place for your family to live in, because you know, if you own this, you know this is yours.
And the house is gonna be, it's gonna be 2 TVs, one in the living room, one in the kitchen.
Thelma Barber is a widow. Her children have been without a father for 10 years.
Mother left the children, you don't get back. You don't get back with a lot of things that father wants. And he could tell you a lot of things if you're in trouble. You could go to him and explain how it is. You don't want to hurt your mother, so you rather talk it over with your father.
You can sit down and talk to you, tell you things that your mother, can't. Like you do something, your mother can't control it, and you can sit down and talk to you, talk about your problem, what's wrong with you, what your problem is.
Well, I was coming to him about in trouble, and talking to him, and I was telling him about my business, won't tell him about talking over with him.
What kinds of troubles?
About school and about having children and having a relationship between, me and my boyfriend, something like that.
Yeah. 6:30 p.m., dinner at the Moores, apartment 4 South.
No and yes.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them round. It's on the way.
What about when you don't know where the child is going? If they tell you you're going to one place, then go another.
That's your place. As a mother, to find out and make sure that child is going that place.
Well, whatever I can't is the child leaves home, and I think she's going one place and he's going another. Yeah, what I'm supposed to do.
Look, if you ever find out the child did this, then that's time to take next care and make sure the child some kind of punishment or something.
The Johnson family, apartment 1 North.
I hate this from that one. Bible thank you for this food. We about to eat. Amen. My husband left me quite a few years ago now. And I raised my children. I think now they're old enough now to know what to do now. They're old enough to know which side not to take. The old one, Floyd, is 18. He coming out of high school in June. And Mary is 60. And I told her now she left. Ask God to help her every night to do to keep her mind occupied. And they can always don't care what the problem is. I tell them they'll never be ashamed to come to Mount Banana.
10 p.m. in front of the tunnel.
People don't put their kids to bed like they should. Kids are running and screaming all up and down the street. It's nerve-wracking.
Hello, this is Morse Mutual Insurance. Okay.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Good night, kids. Good night.
I've been watching the late show for almost all this month and some of last month too. The Sunday show, they just stay on at 12:30 or 1 o'clock. The sun go up at 12:30 and then something else come on like M Squad or 77 Sunset Strip. And then they have a little news and then come on the late show.
He's on TV.
He looks like it's a pretty wonderful world. It's not the world I'm living in, though.
they would be keeping up so much noise outside. They have the radio, record player going out there and hooting and hollering, saying any and everything they want to say. Well, I don't get to speak until around about one day or two because so much noise.
Most of the adults who live in the tenement on South Ellis Avenue were born in rural areas of the South. They came to Chicago looking for a better way of life. They came to the south side of the city because they found that this was a place where Negroes were permitted to live. They came here without much education or sophistication in the ways of the city. They came here poor. About all that they brought with them were their hopes and their dreams.
Hello, Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help you? Great. The aircraft is waiting for you at our nearest airfield. We trust you'll be happy, sir.
To make things better for my family, better education for my kids. These are the prime reasons I came up from.
Well, when I came to Chicago, I thought I was going to something, that would be great, something I had never been to before. I just thought everything going to be like heaven, I guess. But when I got here, I found out that it wasn't.
I found a better job, but I can't say that I found a better living conditions. Because the living conditions were not as good as they were in town.
The hope I really had when I come here to do better. But after I got to and started away, it looked like the I did worse when I made more money. Now, I didn't make no more money, but I could save more money without living in Tennessee.
They found high rents in segregated slums, and in general, they found that the poor pay more.
When you're in a town like Chicago, the first thing, the easy credit houses are the worst. I mean, in other words, if you went in and bought this gas, well, I'll take a chance on it. Okay, you buy $30, $60 for it. This is a fact. And this man wants out of street farm, he just got to pay the hell what they know here as a wage assignment.
They found that the market for unskilled labor was shrinking. They found that in the North, too, the color of a man's skin could determine whether he got a job or a card in certain labor unions. The women found an isolation they had never known in the South.
Very long. In fact, it's been long years since I've been here. Because I would like to have somebody, even if it's a little bit distant, relative, somebody that I could, maybe just talk to sometime when I need, someone to talk to.
Very wise. So it's very nice thing. Because
I don't know, it might save a lot of frictions,
It's no one too charming. We all know one another, and we say hello and goodbye.
They found overcrowding and not enough money to feed and clothe their large families.
We don't never really have enough food. And it's just a problem when you've got to worry about 11 people eating every day, and mostly 3 times a day, because they've got to eat. They've got to eat.
A kid gets sick, your wife gets ill, and the least thing you do is upset. It's unbalanced about it. And once the body gets the mouth together, they allow them to grow, and then you get sick and all that other.
Fathers of some children in this building found that the families could be helped by the welfare department, but only if they left home or died.
I don't even dream anymore. I don't want it anymore. I've given that part up, like a woman for a husband who had, I just, I think it's that. That's how. I'm just myself to the children, and I devote all my time to them. And when they have nothing, when they say I'm saying, the rest of me.
And I just don't have the drive. Or they reach for the moon and all of a sudden they slow again, fade away, take life as it comes.
The people in this gentleman take life as it comes. They do not belong to civil rights groups or to community action centers, and most have not been reached by the war on poverty.
Sometimes I just feel like this. I know I just can't go away and leave my kids like that, but sometimes I just have to get away, you know? I just have to get away. It's too much for me sometimes.
The time you feel that you're ready to throw up your hands and say, let's forget it all, let's walk away. But with a little courage, you know, you get that electric spark from somewhere.
It's nothing that I can really do to forget because I don't drink. You know, a lot of people say drink. If you drink, maybe you forget. It's like you can't drink. So I'm always worried. I'm just constantly worried all the time.
For the children on Ellis Avenue, the summer ended on September 7th. This is the opening day of dON'T Elementary School, 1 block from the tenement. Here, 32 children are preparing for school. It's a nervous morning.
The thing I hope for the most is that at least I would like for all of my girls to really be able to get an education, you know. So if they do marry and something happens between her and her husband, well, she would have something, you know, going on and she can take care of herself, you know.
I would really like for all of my kids to go to college. Because I found out for myself that more education follows the one. And with the change of times now, you can't blame these barriers that I've put up against for not getting a job anymore.
Personally, a child is going to school like that. I didn't have no chance of going to school at all, but my mother paid when I was a boy. I said, y'all got a good chance, so I'll give you a good education. I said, y'all just only do it. I'll come up without an education. So y'all be running to school day and night.
I was mostly nervous that day because I was, you know, the morning had been so hectic, you know, trying to get all the kids ready. And then it was just a hectic morning. That's all. I just really wasn't thinking about anything. I was really glad to have all the kids, you know, back in school that were going to school. Being glad to be this time. What would you like to do this year? You don't know. Do you think you'd like to learn new games? New games like songs? One of the things that would bother me was that the kids didn't have any breakfast that morning, and that was really, what's on my mind, you know. And I knew they were coming back at 12 o'clock, and I don't really remember, but I don't think it was anything, you know, for lunch.
All boys and girls are waiting to meet you. Don't you find Winnie tomorrow? No. Oh, come on, so they want to meet you, and I do too. We want to learn all about you. Boys and girls, little boys, can you say good morning, Derek? Good morning, Derek. Fine. Derek, you come over here, Mrs. Luke is going to help you, okay? Right, open the door. Now, boys and girls, are we ready?
Merriweather, for all your private security needs. How How can I help? Airstrike confirmed. Please drop a flare at the target location before the jet arrives.
Clear the target zone now.
The child has a little chance of getting beyond the 16th birthday in high school. They will drop out there because they do not experience anything like they cannot cope with this program.
By the fall, destruction of the urban renewal had moved to the threshold of the tenement. Most people in the building did not know what the city planners had in mind. Urban Renewal Commissioner Lewis Hill.
3823 will be just about at this location.
And what's going to happen there?
Well, this would be also then part of a rebuilding program through here with the new apartment buildings and the top lot St. Austria parking space for the new residential community after it's cleared away.
Eviction is part of tenement life. In September, the landlord told the tenants that their building had been sold to the Chicago Housing Authority.
We would have to move, or at least it's a place, but they didn't say move. But, I still don't know, how long we have. They told me they were going to find their place. They asked me when y'all going to leave the project out of the project. I said, I wouldn't mind taking the project out, I guess. I said, well, we are selling an application to get you a project there.
I think the buildings are nice, but it's just like taking one big slum and sitting in another slum because nothing will change. All the people are the same. They're just moving from one place to another.
My whole life has me trapped. Not just the building, but my whole life has me trapped.
South Ellis Avenue, December 1966.
I did it. You would be dead, of course.
So they got this movie on TV and took for a body here. I got the movie. They probably won't let me put the movie.
Geiger Master Buick GMC is your one-stop shop for pre-owned vehicles. Houston's largest.
Everything is just straight up bullshit. I mean, look at the truth. It is as phenomenal as we breathe. Our hearts beating. But we actually believe in some bullshit that was taught to us and some children. Yes, the creator is real, but the creator is in you to be the creator too. There isn't anything outside you greater than what's inside you, fighting against all the bullshit outside you that's trying to get in. I'm just saying.
Tostitos Lucky Bags. This NFL season, Tostitos created Texans Lucky Bags.
Favorite mute. Thank you.
You guys got the weirdest pirates. Still got my stuff from a year ago. Oh, yeah? Yeah. How's it go, man?
She definitely. Yeah, my mother got it too. Yeah, my dad got the quarter. But I got the bed.
Nice.
Yeah, right?
That's good. I'll get this place to stay.
You wait till you see this touch of this green hat. You'll be able to see it from watch. Yeah, and I got the
Not interested. I'm not going back. I got a daughter.
You know that job won't come easy for town.
Look, man, I got a master's in electrical engineering, right?
Like that, fellow.
Welcome to Baskin Robbins. Sorry, I'm making fruit flies.
Nothing else.
Oh, you do.
Hot dog little mustard dip.
That's nice. Baskin Robbins.
We should do what's on the top of it. Not cheap.
Hot dog. Who's it, Dale?
Come on in.
No! I'm finished, man. I'm not going back to jail. It's some retired millionaire living off his golden parachute. It's a perfect Scott Young mark. I don't care. Well.
Ben?
Yes, I'm still alive.
I did. Perhaps that will suffice. Very sorry, sir. Please.
Good morning, Hank. Oh, kill you to call me Dad.
Dr. Price will be so pleased with you when it comes to joining us.
More like thrilled.
I'm surprised to receive any kind of invitation from you, Dad. It's the occasion.
Now you'll see. On the go.
We're ready for you inside.
Now, this some old wounds never heal, huh? Don't worry, she's good. For a treat.
Long time no see, Dr. Ben.
How's retirement?
How's your face?
Now, before we start, I'd like to introduce a very special guest. This company's founder and my mentor, Dr. Hank Kemp. When I took over this company, Dr. Kemp, I immediately started researching a particle that could change the distance between atoms while increasing density and strength. Why this revolutionary idea remained buried beneath a dozen omelets and egg research that couldn't touch? Just imagine a soldier the size of an insect. The ultimate secret weapon. An ant-man. That's what they called it. Right, Hank? Silly.
propaganda. Tales to astonish. Trumped up BS that scare the USSR. Hank, will you tell our guests what you told me every single time I asked you? Was the end just a tall tale? Right. Not that anything so miraculous possibly. Well, I was inspired by the legend of the end. And with my breakthrough shrinking inorganic material, I thought, could it be possible to shrink a person? Could that be done? Well, it's not a legend anymore. Distinguished guests, I am proud to present the end of warfare as we know it. The Yellow Jacket. The Yellow Jacket is an all-purpose weapon of war, capable of altering the size of the wearer for the ultimate combat advantage.
We lived in an era in which the weapons we used to protect ourselves are undermined by constant surveillance. It's time to return to a simpler age, one where the powers of freedom can once again operate openly to protect their interests. An all-purpose peacekeeping vessel, the Yellow Jacket can manage any conflict on the geopolitical landscape, completely unseen. Efficient in both preventative measures and tactical assaults. Practical applications include surveillance, industrial sabotage, and the elimination of obstructions on the road to peace. A single Yellow Jacket offers the user unlimited influence to carry out protective actions. And one day soon, an army of Yellow Jackets will create a sustainable environment of well-being around the world. The Yellow Jackets.
So it's a suit. But the crude, Frank. It's not a suit, it's a vessel. What's the matter? You're not impressed? Oh, I'm impressed. I'm also concerned. Imagine what our enemies could do with this tech. We should have a longer conversation about that, Frank. I really value your time. Thank you for coming. Okay.
Thank you very much, everybody. Escorting us out. Thank you.
Stupid shot.
Mary, creators the reason that I buried these secrets. So you finally admit it. We could have done this together, Hank. But you ruined it. Don't do this.
Dr. Cross.
Something first. Wait for somebody to ask the house. Something on the cash for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I have.
You don't.
Peanuts! Oh, happy birthday!
You're gonna do 9 more that I got 9 and all the other part of me.
Oh, you don't. They could die in child support. Right now, if I wanted to, I could arrest you. Good to see you too, Patsy.
Mommy's so happy you're here. She chose summer drink. Can I open it now?
Of course, sweetheart. It's your birthday.
You were my goddamn friend.
He's so ugly. I love him. Can I go show my friends?
You can't just show up here. You know that. Come on.
I tell you this as a friend, as the first love of my life. Your fiance is an asshole.
He's not an asshole.
Watch your language, okay? What language? You need an ass. Maggie, that guy. Come on, you can marry anyone you want. You have to get engaged to a cop. You're incredible. Change lives. Freedom. I have a job.
I think I luck with him. Ain't got luck with him. You won't win this one here, Pink. I guarantee you that. You won't win this one, Pink. I see you know how to do this. I ain't no killer in this, but you won't win this one. And you being broadcast, you don't broadcast too. And I'm saying you're not gonna win this one here. Only way you win this one here is Green come help you again like Green just did. But if not, you gotta go. Everybody gotta get a chance to win so you make some money off this. If you win all of them, you get to win all the money. Nah, it don't work like that.
Do whatever we want. Laws of nature transcend the law. I transcend the laws.
Alright, pretty cool. You can win another one. Moment earned don't win.
I'm thinking a lot about gratitude. And today, during my morning meditation,
Pink, I can't the law.
it might apply to you too. Gratitude can be forgiveness. I've spent years carrying around my anger for Hank. I believe I'm genius to him. Could work anywhere. It showed my mental core. You didn't need to. You don't need to.
shot, Pink. Pink, you've been doing this for a while, I can tell. It's your shit. I ain't mad at you, Pink. You found something good at. I saw how you did that. You know what you're doing. I ain't mad at you. Go Pink. It's birthday. Ain't got 3. 1. I gotta give me 1. Fuck that shit. I don't like kidding. You gonna give me 1. I'm cool with that 1.
Shit. Hey, what's up, hot shot?
How's the party?
Good shot. Before you snuck down, when I went around that corner, went straight over there.
It was actually the first pair of boots I ever touched. Toronto. Toronto. It has nothing to do with it. Go.
Oh, come on, Purple. You gotta win this one, Purple. Let's go, Ernie. I mean, Pink.
Carlos says, yo, man, this guy's got a big ass safe just sitting in the basement, just chilling. Of course, Ernesto comes to me because he knows I got bad things. Of course, I ask him, did Emily tell Carlos to tell you? Carlos says that it's like sleeping a pig, and whatever's in it, it's gotta be good. What?
Man is sick.
And it's gone for a week.
Alright. There's an old man, he's got it safe, and he's gone for a week. Let's just work with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, this Ant-Man is too. Ooh.
It's cats, signals, streams. Everyone will be making for distress calls tonight.
I'll check.
Check.
Check. Hey, if the job goes bad, you know I got your back, right?
Don't worry.
Make more money, man. You let everybody win one. And if you good enough to win that last one, hey, that's a big money.
kid is safe is serious.
How serious we talking, Scotty?
It's a carpet boat. It's from 1910. Made from the same steel as the Titanic.
Wow. Can you crack it?
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't do so well cold. Remember what that iceberg did?
Yeah, man, it killed DiCaprio.
Killed everybody. Well, not to kill the old lady. She's still building jewel into the oceans.
Come over. Come over. All right, now I'm moving this one. Green.
What is that?
Put water in the locking mechanism and fills it with nitrogen. This expands and it doesn't.
What is that now?
Waiting. Nice.
What is it? Gas? No? What is that?
It's a suit.
What?
No motorcycle suit.
There's no gas, no jewelry, nothing?
No.
I'm really sorry, Scotty. Sorry you needed the score.
I thought we were using lights.
What's it? Commence experiment 34C. Organic Organic tissue is the centerpiece of this technology. It can't go to virus or pathogen. Sanitize the workstation, bring in subject 35C.
trial by fire, Scott. In this case, water. Tougher than you thought.
Oh, I don't want to see this.